In our next example, we're going to work on number 4. Number 4, it says a 25-cent stamp is increased to 30 cents. What percent of the original price does this increase represent? So take a moment to copy down this word problem, and then we're going to work on how to pull out the information, how to work it out. It's going to be a little bit different process at the beginning, but towards the end it's going to be the same. So the word problem, it asks what percent of the original price does the increase represent? So it says that it went from 25 cents and increased to 30 cents. So let's talk about that. The difference between 30 cent or 0.30 is equal to 0.05 or 5 cents. Now, depending on how you work with this, you can start off working in decimal, but to make your job easier, we don't have to. So instead of doing 0.30 when we're working with dollar signs and 0.25, we could work with whole numbers, but keep in mind we're working with 5 cents. So take note that you can work in whole numbers as long as you know that you're working in cents. So we're looking at that the difference is 5 cents, but be very careful with our question. It says what percent of the original price does the increase represent? So it increased by 5 cents, but we're asking like how much does 5 cents represent in percent? So take note of that, meaning that the original price, if this says the original price, that means that's going to be our total. So, and it's talking about the increase, that's going to be our part. So an increase which is the 5 cents. And it says what percent? We don't know what percent is. So that means we're going to be using this formula. Part divided by total equals percent. So be very careful with our word problem, especially with this one. So when it says that an increase from 25 cents to 30 cents, you're going to be looking for the difference, which is 5 cents. Now, if you start working with whole numbers, stay with whole numbers. If you're working with decimals, you're going to do an extra step. So take note that we're going to be working in whole numbers, but it's going to be in cents. The original price, when it says original price, that basically is a hint that this is going to be the total. So my total will be what it started off, which was 25 cents. So take note that the original price is 25 cents. And then the increase is the part, which is 5 cents. So working with that, we're going to set it up. So what's going to be in my numerator is 5. What's going to be in my denominator is 25. And we're looking for percent. We don't know what that is. So we're going to set up our long division. So 25 on the outside, 5 on the inside. Alright. Now from there, 25 cannot go into 5. So what I'm going to do is put a 0 on the 5, put a decimal because I'm going to add a 0 to the 5, making it 50. Now 25 can go to 50 2 times. So 2 times 25 will be 50. Exactly. So minus. My remainder is 0. So this, the percent will, or say 5 divided by 25 will equal to 0.2. Now if I were to convert this into a decimal, it's already in decimal. If I were to convert this into percent, it's going to go to the right 2 times. So my percent will equal to 20%, not 20, because I moved the decimal twice, and then this 0 goes in this place. So my final answer is 20% is representative of the increase. So just to review, when we did long division, we were working in decimal, 0.2 or 0.2. To go from decimal to percent, I moved the decimal point to the right 2 times. 1, 2. Then I fill in the 0 for that empty space, which is why we have 20%. So if it's 0.2 and percent, it's 20, not 2%, 20%. Make sure you remember that.